You have to start keeping promises to yourself. So many times in our lives, and probably in your life too, someone has made a promise to you, told you they were going to do something for you or whatever, and didn't follow through. They disappointed you, they broke that promise to you. Do you want to be another person in your life that does that?
Cerebral flow in my head I go. Try reach me now but my cell line slow. I keep it low, it's like where I go. Try teach me how but I said I know. People know me like you like hope and I need to know premise when I show. I collect my dough, do my thing and go.
You've heard it 100 times before. Habits make up who you are. The things you do every single day paint a canvas. It paints a beautiful picture of who we are. The problem is we spend so much time setting new goals, trying to achieve them, failing those goals, and then thinking something is inherently wrong with us. When the reality is, it's not that you were too ambitious or you didn't want it enough. The simple fact is you didn't focus on creating the habits you needed to in order to change and achieve this goal and be a different person. So in this video, we're going to talk about this. I'm going to give you some practical ways that you can actually change your habits and achieve any goals you set in life. If you stick around, I'll give you a bonus tip. Let's get into it. First of all, let's talk about bad habits, right? Like, why are they so repeatable? Well, when you think about it, bad habit gives you an instant reward. Let's say you have a bad habit of smoking cigarettes. Well, what are you looking for? You're trying to get some stress relieved. So where do you get that from? Smoking a cigarette. As soon as you put it up to your lips, you already feel better. Let's say you have a bad habit of biting your nails. What are you looking for? Maybe you're anxious or uncomfortable. So you're like, well, let me get something or do something to kind of distract my mind. You bite your nails, you feel relieved, you feel distracted. It's so instant. This is why bad habits are so repeatable, because the reward for them comes so soon. And this is exactly how habits are formed, which is the second thing we have to talk about. How do you form these habits? Well, we're all looking for something and we experiment, we try different things. I actually wrote an article about this, so check that out on the website. But let's say you felt dirty one day, okay? So you were looking for ways to feel clean. Maybe you experimented with taking a washcloth and just like washing your body. You're like, okay, I'm cleaner, but I don't really feel that clean. Second time around, you try to take a bath. You're like, okay, it's nice being submerged in some water, but the bath didn't make me really feel clean. Then the third time, you take a shower and you're like, wow, this felt really refreshing. So you finally found something that made you feel good, right? And so you kept doing it. So now that's all you do. Every time you feel dirty, you take a shower. That is your habit. That came from you experimenting with different things until you found the thing that gave you what you were looking for. And that's across the board. If you're a comfort eater, if you eat snacks and sugars and whatever when you're sad, that's a habit. You tried different things when you were sad. Maybe you tried reaching out to a relative and that didn't go well. Maybe you tried talking to your partner. That didn't go well. Maybe you tried writing it out. That didn't do anything. And then one day you looked at this platter of brilliantly crispy golden french fries and you ate them. And you're like, wow, I feel so much better. So now whenever you're sad, you just keep eating the fries. It's not that you want the fries, it's that you want to feel comforted and the fries provide you that, right? So this is how we form habits, good or bad. Then we have to talk about exposure. So how quickly a habit forms is how often you do it. So let's go back to that shower incident. I mean, if you took a shower once a month, you wouldn't really be in the habit of showering, right? So, or if you bit your nails, every now and then, you wouldn't really be in the habit of that. If you smoked a cigarette once a year on your birthday, that's not really a habit. I mean, it is because you're doing it every year, right? So it's still habitual, but the more you do it, the more it becomes something, a part of who you are, your identity, because you're doing this every single day. And so people often ask, well, how long does it take to form a new habit? And the answer to that is how frequently you do it. If I read a book once a week, yes, I'm building that habit, but I'm going to build it slower than someone who read a book every single day. So it's the repetition of said habit. It's how you establish how quickly it becomes a part of you. And so when you think about those things, you may wonder, well, why is it so hard to break bad habits? And the answer to that question is you haven't found something to replace it. If you're sad and you go to comfort foods to make you feel better, it's because you haven't found something else that makes you feel better. If you feel dirty and you take a shower, it's because not that that's a bad habit, but it's that you haven't found something else that makes you feel clean. you have that bad habit of biting your nails when you're anxious or overwhelmed, it's because you haven't found something else to calm you down instead of biting your nails. So the reason for this is whatever feeling and emotion that we're looking for, we haven't found something different that's going to give us that same feeling we're searching for. Until you find a new comfort, you'll never stop your old habits. And you can even take a moment to reflect on this. Let's think about some bad habits you used to have, right? What changed? What made you stop thinking about it? What made you stop doing that thing? And really, really dig deep and think about it. Was it that one day you just no longer cared for it, or was it that you happened to find something else, whether you realize it or not? Even children that suck their thumbs, eventually they grow out of that, right? I mean, some don't. I know some adults that still suck their thumbs to this day, but most of them grow out of it. But what happened? It's not just because they got older; they found something else to give them that comfort. So think about what you found that gave you that same reward. Sometimes that's going from a bad habit to a good habit. Sometimes that's going from bad habit to bad habit. So that's your moment of reflection. So I could go on and on about habits, how they're formed, how they work with us, how they work against us or for us. But I'll save all that for another time. In this video, let's go ahead and talk about some practical ways you can begin changing habits, because I think that's very important to know. Step number 1 is pair your old habit with a new habit. So let's say you have a habit of talking on the phone with your sister, your parents, your spouse, whoever, your partner, once a week. We'll say once a week you make this phone call. That's something that you already do, right? You're in the habit of calling and talking on this phone with this person for 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes up to 2 hours. You already do this. Well, let's pair that habit with going on a walk. So while you're talking on the phone, maybe you got the headphones in, the earpiece, maybe you're just holding it up to your ear, maybe you got it on speaker. Take that outside. Go on a walk. Maybe you got a treadmill in your house, so go walk, stand on your treadmill and walk and talk. Go out, in your neighborhood, however you want to do it, but pair that habit together. So you're already looking forward to talking to this person. You're already spending a significant time doing it, and going on a walk while you do it will take the attention off the walk, because you'll be focused on talking to whoever you're talking to, combining it. So that's going to be a way of helping you reach, let's say, your weight loss goals or your goal of just being more active. Pairing those together. Let's say you drive to work every single day. Maybe you have a 30-minute commute. It can even be something as short as a 15-minute commute. But on that commute, what do you usually do? Maybe you listen to music. Okay. If your goal is to learn a new language, you already spend time in the car listening to music. Just put on music in a different language. Maybe throw on a podcast and listen to a podcast in a different language. So again, it's something that you already do every day. You're just pairing a new habit with it. That's a wonderful and easy way of developing a new habit. Number 2, implement a reward system with your new habit. So as I mentioned with the bad habits, the reason they're so repeatable is because you get a reward as soon as you finish. But you're going to have to find one that goes with your new habit that is not food related. That's a key here. Okay, we can't let food be our motivation. But find something else that's a reward for you, because this will make you look forward to doing the habit. Not because you actually want to do it. It's because you're looking forward to what you're going to get when you're done. And that's how we can trick our minds. Let's say, for example, your goal is to work out for 30 minutes a day. And let's say you also love watching TV dramas, whether that's some reality shows, some cooking shows, some comedy, whatever. So you can tell yourself, okay, after I finish my workout, I will immediately go home, sit on the couch, and watch an episode of my favorite TV show. So now when you get up and go and put on your workout clothes, you're not thinking, I got to go to this workout. You're thinking, I can't wait to get this workout done so I can come home and watch this TV show. You see how it changes how you feel about it. Now, I know what you may be thinking. What's going to stop me from just watching TV and skipping the workout anyway? And I'll be honest with you, nothing. Nothing is going to stop you from doing that. You have the absolute right to just sit there and watch TV. In fact, that's what you've been doing anyway. So yes, nothing is going to stop you. But here's how I will challenge that thought process and challenge you. You have to start keeping promises to yourself. So many times in our lives, and probably in your life too, someone has made a promise to you, told you they were going to do something for you or whatever, and didn't follow through. They disappointed you. They broke that promise to you. Do you want to be another person in your life that does that? That's all I'll say. Before I share the last thing with you, let me offer you a little promo. So in my coaching program that is, yes, about gaining muscle, losing weight, being a better you. I also focus on this concept: tracking your habits, changing your habits, sustaining your habits, becoming a new version of yourself. That is the underlying work of this program. And right now I'm offering that to 5 people free. It's a 12-week course. I'm giving away the first 4 weeks of that free. Give you a chance to actually see how this could be highly beneficial for you before committing to the whole 12 weeks. So if you're interested in that, there's a link in my bio for my website. Go ahead and click on that. It'll take you right to that free consultation. You just sign up for it. We'll meet. We'll talk about how, I can best serve you and design a workout program that will suit your needs. After that, we'll make sure we're a good fit. You'll sign up for that program and boom, easy peasy. You take off. Everything in the program is step-by-step guided. Make it a very easy flow for you to navigate and achieve your goals while becoming a better version of yourself. So definitely check that out. And if it's something that would interest you, comment the word habit in the comment section so I can get an idea of who out there likes this kind of material. All right, and lastly, start small. If your goal is to save $500, just start with saving $5 a week. Grow that to $10 a week and then $20 a week. Grow on that. If your goal is to exercise for 30 minutes, maybe just start with taking a walk outside for 5 minutes. Increase that to 10 minutes. Going to the gym for 20 minutes. Slowly build this up. If your goal is to learn French, and maybe that's going to entail that you study 500 hours. Instead of allowing yourself to get overwhelmed and try to study on Saturdays for 4 hours a week, just study 5 minutes a day, because I'll let you in on a bonus tip. And here is that tip that I promised in the beginning of this video. Doing something every day for a short period of time is much better and more effective than studying for a very long time or doing something for a very long time at once. I'll repeat that again. Doing something every single day for a short period of time is much better and more effective than doing something for a long time once a week or every so often. Because like I mentioned earlier, the frequency is more important than the duration. Let's take our exercise goal. Yeah, you might work out on Friday mornings from 8 to 10 a.m., but that person who works out every single day for 20 minutes to 30, for 20 to 30 minutes is going to have a better results than you are. Let's say your goal is to learn French and you're studying Sunday mornings from 10 to 11:30 once a week. Yeah, you're putting in an hour and a half, but that person that's studying Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and maybe Sunday as well for 30 minutes is going to have better results than you are because it's more consistent, which means their brain is always in the zone. Yeah, when you get your taxes back or you get that bonus at work and however much money that is, you can put that in your savings account, but that person that saves money every single month is still going to be better off than you are. It's because, again, it's the habit. You're getting in the habit of doing these things more regularly. So that is my bonus tip for you. You have to get out of this all or nothing mindset. Even if you can only dedicate 5 minutes to something a day, that's still better than doing nothing. It's still better than waiting until you have time, because who knows when that's going to come, right? So then try to cram it all at once. We just don't work that way. So while you're at it, in the comment section, go ahead and share with me some new habits that you have formed. Let's congratulate yourself on some old bad habits that maybe you have broken and come out of. I would love to hear those. Share some of your goals and some things that you would like to achieve in a short amount of time. I love to hear them. The knowledge that we gain is powerful, but it's the knowledge we share that makes a difference. So please share this with someone that you know could benefit from it. That would be so awesome, so amazing. If you did like this video, you know what to do. Give me that thumbs up. Thank you for being here, and I'll catch you in my next one. As always, don't forget to crush it.